All right. Um, all right, then here we are. Gonna get into the very first stream on the channel. If you guys are watching this as a VOD, thank you so much for stopping by and supporting the channel. I'm going to be doing um some info throughout the stream. We're going to be playing a lot of fun decks, and we're also going to just be, figuring out a lot of what's going to go on. Kind of the first test run stream here. So, if you guys are watching this and you are, in the um, you are in the general, um, scenario and you guys want to actually support the stream, there is a tip link in the description, and there also is a link if you guys want to become a member. So, just going through a couple things here, just making sure everything's all set up how it should be. And so far, everything is looking pretty okay. So, let's see exactly what we can do. Gonna just be playing some Turbo Lost Box here. And from there, kind of start and set up the rest. So, and if you guys do see me looking over it all, it's just because I'm just taking a look at chat and seeing any recent events that may have popped up, anything like that, just so that way I don't miss anything. So, but we are playing Turbo Lost Box, going to be testing for a cup that's next week. So, should be pretty fun. So our opponent is going to go first here, most likely. It is going to not put us in the worst situation. We do have the ability to attack with Cram going first, so. I'm going to see exactly what it is that we can do. And I need to make sure that I reset one thing, so give me just 1 second. Thankfully, my opponent is going first, so. We are playing against Charizard. Going to be a little bit awkward as they do have big HP, but thankfully with Kyogre, we can try to find a way to manage around it. All right, awesome. If you guys do enjoy the stream, be sure to let me know, just so that way I can make sure that everything is going well. We do have the first like on the stream being from myself, but all is well. Probably going to be streaming for at least a couple of hours, not going to be too insanely long. Just making sure that everything and anything that I need to get set up is set up how it should be. So my opponent's going Arc DTE, so not looking too bad for us at the moment. And let's see what we can do. So we have access to Battle VIP Pass, we have Nest Ball, we have Colress, we have Escape Rope. So we do have the ability to set up here. So let's check some prizes. We know that we have a comfy prize. We have no Sableye prized, which is good. We have a Colress in hand. We have the Pokegear 2 Horn. We have a Vip in hand. We have 2 Switch cards prized. We have no Trekking Shoes. Mirage Gate, no. Nest Ball, no. Super Rod, we actually have 1 Super Rod prized, 1 Pokestop prized, and then 5 energy. So not looking too awkward with that. So we do have the ability to set up the comfies, and unfortunately we are going to have to double escape rope, but thankfully Cram can actually KO a Charmander, so not looking too bad. I do have access to 2 Colress, or I could get trekking shoes. I don't hate having Colress just for the potential to set up more into the later stages of the game. We'll go Colress first, get that Battle VIP pass, a Pokestop, and then we can grab a Switch Cart. Switch Cart will allow us to feel the Lost Zone even more, and we can kind of start to set up how we need to, so we can go Battle VIP pass, grabbing that Comfy, and another Cramorant. And then we can use the escape rope here, go into the other Comfy, allowing us to use the flower selecting. We have Colress or Nest Ball. Honestly, the Colress will probably be the best bet just because it does allow us to continue setting up. And I need to get to 10 as fast as possible, just so that way I have the ability to make sure that I can, KO any Charmanders that come down in the later stages of the game. So, I could switch cart, hope to find an energy to get 5. But right now I'll be at 6. I'll probably get to 8. We'll use the Pokestop real quick just to see if we can maybe hit any more switching cards. And we don't, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just go for the switch cart into the Cramorant. And then potentially next turn, we can start to maybe get a turn 2 Sableye. It's going to be a little bit unlikely as we do need 6. So that means we would have to hit all 4 Comfy plus the Colress, but it's not looking too bad for us. Even if we get to a number 3, we still have the chance to actually kind of set up these Comfies and go from there. And thankfully with Cramorant too, like we can recycle Cramorants with having Super Rods, so it's not the end of the world. So my opponent going into Pidgey, we can escape rope out that Pidgey, that'll be perfect. I don't think I may have had an escape rope prized. That's definitely something I should have checked, but it's not the end of the world. So my opponent can attach, evolve, and KO this Cramorant, but I'm not too bothered by it. Thankfully, with the Comfy and 2 Colress, we'll be able to get to 10 by next turn. So definitely not going to be the most awkward thing. So my opponent going Ultra Ball here. If we are able to pull off Comfy and anything else, we could actually take 2 knockouts with a Sableye on the Pidgey. Again, it's probably not going to be likely, but if my opponent doesn't evolve, we'll be in a good spot. So my opponent is going to be able to get out at least a couple more consistency cards. They are going to put themselves to 1 card in hand, though, if they grab 2 and then search for an energy. So not looking too rough, but definitely something that is a little bit awkward. Thankfully, if we hit an escape rope, we do have the ability to bring up one of these Pokemon, in which case, it's just going to be a battle of attrition, basically. In the Zard matchup, we just need to make sure that we can continuously hit as much as we need and then set up multiple Sableyes and then potentially end with the Kyogre. So, but if my opponent gets out 2 Pidgeots, we'll be in a good spot. So I don't hate our chances here. So my opponent grabbing those 2 cards off of the Arceus. Now let's see exactly what we can do. So my opponent goes attach Nest Ball. They probably have Rare Candy into Charizard or Rare Candy into Pidgeot in their hand. So It's not too bad. So my opponent not grabbing any energy, being smart with that. I think we did get rid of one Pokestop, so we don't have access to any more. Well, we actually have access to one more, so not too bad. Let's see. First thing we'll do is the flower selecting, seeing what we get. We get Echoing Horn and Hisuian Heavy Ball. I know that there's a Comfy prized. I don't think there's going to be a way for me to get to 10 this turn, but I can use the Echoing Horn just to kind of mess with some math as far as Sableye. And we can burn the Hisuian Heavy Ball. We'll go into the switch cart, into the Comfy. Use flower selecting. Grabbing us the Sableye just so we have it for future turns. We can go Colress. Colress can grab us the Mirage Gates. We'll grab Trekking Shoes. And I guess we can grab the Radiant Greninja. I don't think we're going to need Nest Ball or Echoing Horn, and we already have a Nest Ball in hand. And Greninja will just help us thin some more, so we can go Radiant Greninja. We'll use the Trekking Shoes first. We'll grab the Mirage Gate, and then we can actually Mirage Gate to retreat, kind of set up. I could actually go for a Radiant Greninja play and actually KO both of the Charmanders, which I don't hate, because then it saves me some prize mapping later. And then we take 2. Next turn, we take a knockout on a Pidgey and a Charmander. So, I don't actually hate the way that that's going to go. So, let me check my discard. There's just one Psychic. So, the first thing we'll do is use the Mirage Gate. We can go attach. And then we can go Mirage Gate again. And we can go 1-1. Can use the concealed cards, drawing 2, and we get switch cart and energy as well, which isn't bad. So we could actually switch cart into another Comfy. That way we can, well, we guarantee the 10 next turn anyways with Colress, so we'll bench the Sableye and then manually retreat into the Greninja. Use the Moonlight Shuriken. 90-90. And then we'll just get rid of the 2 energies. I'm going to get rid of the Psychic just in case my opponent decides for some reason to kind of do some tricky plays or anything. If they want to go for something on the bench, we're still in a good spot. So definitely not looking too bad. Yo, what's up, William? How are you doing, my friend? Just playing some Lost Box. My brain is currently hurting, so Lost Box is definitely one of the more awkward matchups, but or decks to play, especially into Charizard, but if they don't bench Manaphy, it makes life a lot easier, so. Oh, there's Iono. That's annoying. Okay, well, it's not too bad. I do have the retreat, and I can retreat into Cram if I need to hit 110. There's Artisan. My opponent's just full swinging Arc this game, I guess. I'm kind of new to Pokemon TCG. Your vids are really helpful. Want to add friends? Yeah, I'm definitely down. Let me finish this game, and then I can definitely add you. And we finally were able to get set up with monetization as well as some other things. So I spent a whole day's worth of time setting up chat and streams and all that. So awesome. We top deck the Colress, which means that now we can get rid of both of these Pidgeys. So if I KO both Pidgeys and then go 110, 110. Let's see. So my opponent KOs Sableye. And then I hit 110 Cram. 110 Cram. And then I take a KO with a Sableye or another Cram. I don't hate that. Alright, so first thing we'll do is flower selecting. Am I gonna need Hawlucha? No. Let's see. Use the Colress. Grab Mirage Gate. Here and here. I really don't like the fact that I have the chance to actually dump a Mirage Gate. I don't think I'm going to need the water. I think I'm good with double Mirage Gate because I can attach Retreat, Mirage Gate, and I have the Recycler. So I don't hate that. So let's see. I shuffle these back in. I bench double Sableye. And then I pretty much just win, right? I touch Retreat, Sableye, Sableye. I don't hate that. We'll go Energy Recycler. Considering I'm not going to be using the waters, the Psychics will be more of my friend. Go here. We'll go Sableye. And then Mirage Gate. We'll go Water Psychic. Go Water here, Psychic here. I'm at 11. And then we go Mirage Gate, Water Psychic. We can just go Psychic and I guess Water so that way I have a pivot on the Comfy. And then we can attach here. So now everything that I want to use I can retreat with except for this Comfy that I just retreated. But now I have the 12-12 or I have the 6-6. Take 2 prizes here, go to 1, he's going to KO here, then we swing with Cram. Or do I go Sableye? Oh, that's awkward. Well, thankfully with the Super Rod, it makes things a lot easier. Because now I can actually go Cram into Cram. So, I need to go Cram into Sableye. And I need my opponent to not boss Sableye. What's been your favorite deck so far, William? Have you had any fun decks that you've just like fully enjoyed? Okay, so there's the retreat. I mean to thin some more, I guess I just go Comfy, retreat into Cram. If I go 6-6, does that change anything? Then that's just 2 Cram shots anyways. Now, I think I go 110 here because then it forces my opponent to find the V-Star, and if they don't, then I just Sableye next turn rather than waiting a turn, so yeah, that's fine. My opponent's best bet would be to kind of get rid of my Sableyes, but considering the fact that I have Super Rod, it makes things a lot easier for me. Let me gear first, see if there's anything. Okay, there's not. So we'll go Super Rod. I don't think... I'll get the Cram back too, just in case I'm missing something. I don't think I'm going to need to. I think this is what I go back with. And then we go Artisan. Artisan brings out Sableye. And then we go Flower Selecting. Oh, I can just win now, thanks to Echoing Horn, actually. We can just go here. We can Horn back Charmander. Retreat, and then just ping the Charmander for game. I should have just dug for that from the start. It is what it is, though. Alright. Well, there's the first knockout, or the first gameplay of the stream. Pretty good one. Turbo Lost Box doing Turbo Lost Box things. I don't know, I feel like in that matchup I have to not... Like, Greninja's okay early on, but I'm never really going to be in a position to set up Kyogre unless my opponent sets up kind of how they did with double, what's it called? Double arc, but even then it's still awkward. So I think that matchup I have to try and hope to get the turn 2. If I can't, it's okay. Hey, GG's. Let me find another game really quick, William, and then if you want to type your name in chat, I'll add you after this, just so that way, you know, maybe one day if I got some free time, we can play a couple games. So, but I mean, actually, you know what? No, I can play a couple games if you're, you know, if you're bored and you want to get some games in, some testing. We can definitely do that. But to everybody that has stopped by and has been checking out the stream, I appreciate you. William, thank you for, you know, chatting it up. My friends just played Dual Q on League of Legends instead of playing. Dang, that's not fun. That's what you call shady friendships right there. Yeah, I don't know. I have friends that do the same exact thing when it comes to like COD and stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, Mom. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. I have friends that do that to me when it comes to COD, just because, like, they'll say, "Hey, do you want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure," and then they'll just hop in a completely different game. It's a little bit of a butthurt moment, but it's okay, Skittle. I'll keep you company. What in the world is my opponent playing? Arc with Ralts? The only thing I can think of is a Curlia engine, but I have no clue what the Curlia engine would be for. I guess I'm about to find out because he's about to discard his whole hand. Why are we playing Squawk and Arc inside of Guardy? Hello? I used to do PTCG tournaments, won 2 statesmen in the senior division. Hey, that's awesome. I think the best states placement I had in seniors was a top 8, but it was my very first states, so like it's still something for me to be proud of. And then yeah, long time ago, I was playing my top 8 for states. I was playing Blastoise Keldeo or BKK, Blastoise Keldeo Black Kyurem. Yeah, I actually do go to tournaments. I kind of took it a lot more competitively this season. I used to be super competitive, but I stopped playing when COVID happened and everything, so. Yeah, Ian Robb plays a lot of good decks. Ian Robb, I've ran into Ian Robb a couple times in other tournaments. He's definitely one of those players that he's a nice guy when you know, when you first get to know him and stuff. Give me 1 second. Let me map this out and how I need to do this. Considering I'm playing Guardy, can I afford losing a super rod? Yeah, I can. All right, awesome. Trekking shoes number 2, echoing horn. I'm not gonna need that right off the rip. Wow, this hand is atrocious. Yeah, see, I was not a rich kid. I didn't play Tropical Beach in my list. I didn't even play the Plasma Freeze Electrode at the time. I played Bicycle. And Bicycle was a card that really nobody played. But I was like, hey, it's an item. It lets me draw till I have 4 if I superior and, you know, kind of set everything up. Be okay. Oh, this is so awkward. I really don't want to get rid of 2 Super Rod. Okay, I don't need the VIP. Because I have double Nest Ball. So, I grab Escape Rope. And I guess Colress? Do I even need the water in reality? The water will hard retreat. And then I can Escape Rope. I need to get to 4. I mean, if my opponent brings up Arceus, I'm still in a fine position. I guess we're just going no super rod this game. We went to the same tournaments, we played and talked a lot, but weren't necessarily friends. Yeah, you know, you might not be necessarily friends with people, but that's kind of how it is in Pokemon. You end up, you know, becoming acquaintances with people, and then throughout time, when you see them more in tournaments and stuff, then you start to figure it out. Let's see, Kramer Ant. Okay, so let's see, I'm at 3, so I could go. Do I risk it and hope to draw an energy? Or do I just attach retreat, put myself to 4, and then retreat into cram, get damage off? I mean, I need to get to 4. That's probably going to be my best bet. And depending on what my opponent promotes anyways, then I might actually dig for it. I got a picture with Jason at Nats once. By the way, how did you manage to get so much in-game credits? I've been struggling. In retrospect, there was a glitch for credits. There actually might still be, but it's not that complicated to do. So, you know, you just need to wait for the battle pass. But yeah, no, Jason has been one of my favorite players in the game for a long time. I've actually kind of like fully enjoyed having him in the game when at the time being. I don't know, just the kind of player he is and stuff, just, you know. I always used to watch any gameplays with him and things like that. Okay, so I pulled the 4 off, and I have access to concealed cards. I've only lost zoned 1 water. Speaking of water, there's more. Is there anything else that I need to VIP for? Let's see, I'm at 4, that's 6, that's 8. I don't think there's anything else I need to VIP in. I'll grab Cram, just so that way I have another attacker next turn if my opponent doesn't evolve for whatever reason. But yeah, Jason's been one of the players that I really enjoyed watching as a kid. You know, my first ever deck was Darkrai, so just watching him play just kind of set everything in motion for me. And then when it came to going to tournaments and stuff, it just kind of prepped me. As far as going to... Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was. Yeah, cringe deck definitely. But, you know, I played a lot of cringe decks. A lot of the tournaments I went to when I was actually playing super competitive before I stopped for a little bit, I was rampant with Toad. I played Toad red card with 4 red card, 4 super scoop up, 4 DCE, 4 silent lab, 4 crushing hammer, 2 head ringer. It was everything that people hated. So, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. I can cram again and then have 60 left, which means I can 60-60 ping something. Okay, I don't hate that. Kyogre is probably not going to be possible this game. Because I am down 2 Super Rod. I might be able to pull it off, but it's going to be super awkward. I need to field a Lost Zone, so this will put me at 5. Then we go to 7. Trekking Shoes 2, so that's good. So we'll go Flower Selecting. Mirage Gate. I don't really think there's anything else I need from the prizes. Pokestop will be helpful. Go Colress. Wow, that's the most awkward Colress I've ever drawn. I played all Toad, both with Slurpuff and Crobat. Yeah, I played every Toad variant, but when it came to states, I just kind of was like, hey, I'll play Fun Toad and ruin people's days. Because it's just, you know, it's how things went. Okay, Colress. So this sets me up. I'm at 7. So concealed cards first. Garb 2. Garb was... Oh my god, I have all 4 Mirage Gates in my hand. Alright, if I don't Pokestop into a switch card, I'm actually going to be upset. There's the Echoing Horn. Alright. Well, I know how my next turn's going to go. Okay, so I'm down 2 rope. I have 11 cards in deck. I'm down a switch card. I have 1 rope left. And I have 3 switch cards. So that's 4. That's a 33%. That's 33% of my deck almost that is switching cards. And I could just, I mean, there's no point for doing that. What am I talking about? I can just hit 110, and then next turn after this cram is gone, I can go to 10 with the Comfy and Sableye. Hacker. Hey, you know, when there's something in the game, you gotta take advantage of it. I wouldn't be able to make content. So, I have a whole nother account that is fully done out from transferring from old PTCGO. And if something happens, I'll go back to that. But, you know, right now, if I got access to the cards, I might as well do it. I won Estates with Dark Avatal, one with TDK. Love TDK. Bro, TDK was one of my favorite decks ever. Hey, I mean, Seniors Division has changed a lot. I don't know if it's still possible, William. You have to not finish the battle pass. It makes it a lot easier. You might have to wait till the next thing, but if you just look up Pokemon Live credits glitch, there's so many videos on it. So yeah, I loved the mechanic of what Plasma was, and I enjoyed the fact that, you know, you could Colress Machine and attach for turn. Plus, it was a format where we could attack turn 1 and place up order turn 1, and you just catcher wasn't errated. Everything was just amazing. Oh man. Just taking care of a couple things real quick. All right, now we're back. Yeah, I don't know, something about the aspects of playing Plasma. It was just such a great deck, such a great time. I miss. Ooh. Okay, so my opponent's playing Mewtwo. That's really good to know, and I'm really happy. And my opponent only has 2 Mewtwo pieces. Things could have been a lot worse. Okay, so if I Sableye next turn. Okay, there's 4 water in here. I could actually set up Greninja and go 90-90, KO this, and then set up the rest. Or I can go 60. And I can't set up the Squawk and the roll, so I'm better off just taking 3 prizes now. There's the 160. My opponent's going to take a prize. I actually might be able to set up the Kyogre if I play my cards right for the next turn. But it's going to be super awkward. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What's my best bet here? My best bet's probably to go Greninja. And go Greninja into Arc and Ralts. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And my opponent played Lost City, so okay. So we have double recycler, so we're fine. So I can actually do Greninja into Kyogre. I just have to make sure that I can map the rest of my cards out. So there's Super Rod. So yeah, that's fine. So we'll go Colress. Colress will grab. We'll grab Pokestop to finish the thin. And then Pokegear. No, there's no point for Pokegear. We'll go Nest Ball. Okay. So this is how I need to do it. I need to draw 2, draw 1, attach, retreat, recycler. Oh, that's so okay. This is like the most complicated part of Lost Box sometimes, I swear. Okay, so to get full value off of recycler, we'll use concealed cards. So we'll get 2. And then attach, retreat. We'll use recycler. Put the 5 back. And then we'll go Mirage Gate. Grab Water Psychic. And then Mirage Gate again, grab water. Attach retreat. I'm gonna bench the Kyogre prematurely right now. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I know that I have 2 waters left in the deck. Don't have any psychics left. Do I even have... Oh, I may have messed up. Okay. That's fine. We'll figure it out. So we'll go Moonlight Shuriken. 90, 90. Take 3, and then next turn, we can figure out the rest. And thank you to everyone that has liked the stream so far. Okay, so we have switch cards, so we'll have draw for turn and then comfy, so we'll be able to thin. And we have more energy to work with. There's 3 in here, that'll be 4. I just need to attach Mirage Gate. So I need to draw one of the waters next turn, comfy, grab the other water, and then set everything else. Actually, if I grab the water, I should be fine. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll map it out. However I do, it'll work out. Because my prize is going to be right here. I only have to get rid of 4 energy, so... My opponent still has their V-Star, too. There's Buddy Catch. Now, if my opponent lost against the Kyogre, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but at the same time, I can just start Sableye spreading everything, and I can set up my prizes that way, so it's not the end of the world. But William, what, okay, so my opponent goes Research. Awesome. Oh. Okay, there's no way you can set up V-Union in 1 turn. We're good. I was very worried for a second, because 16 damage counters, 7, 14, okay. Even if he set it up and took 16, oh, that's an annoying card to deal with. Alright, Sableye mapping it is. So we're just going to do 12, and then we'll just finish off with 4 and 7. So we just need 2 Sableye. Not the end of the world. Okay, there's the Mewtwo V-Union. Okay, so my opponent can spread 16 damage counters. You want out? I gotta let my cat out real quick. Alright, now back to it. I'm gonna have to go double Sableye. My opponent takes a knockout here, spreads 16 damage counters. They can't take a knockout, so I should be fine. And actually, Hawlucha makes my math a lot easier in time too, so. So we'll go Sableye. I have more than enough. I have 12. There's the water. Alright, so double Sableye is what we're gonna do. I mean, my opponent can go 8 and 8, but we still have access to Super Rod and anything else that we may need, so I don't hate that. Is there any other Vs or anything that I can mess with? I mean, I could take a knockout right now. Yeah, it's alright. We'll figure it out. So we'll go Sableye. My opponent has 3 cards left in deck. I don't see anything like Boss or anything else. And if my opponent goes 8 and 8, then I have the switch card to retreat. So, yeah. 7, 14, 21. Trying to think if my opponent can take 3 prizes next turn. I don't think they can. 7, 14, 21, that'd be 210. Okay, no, we're fine. My opponent can take 2 prizes, but I don't think they can do anything else. I don't need Halucha, so we'll just go Lost Mine. Then we'll go... Just in case I have to attack with, you know, Kyogre for whatever reason, I have the ability to do so with Manaphy being in the Lost Zone now, so definitely don't hate it. There's the Sharon's Care. Oh, picking up the Squawk. That's so rough. I wasn't expecting a Sharon's Care. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. I actually might be able to... Do I still have the Echoing Horn? I do. Okay, I can Echoing Horn Arc and then take a knockout with Kyogre on it. Anyways, peace. Just wanted to vent about my friends. Cool talking about the game with you. Good luck. Hey, thanks, man. I hope you have a great rest of your night and enjoy yourself. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so I just need to map this out correctly. So there's another water. Okay, so I have 4. Is there any way that I can set this up how I need to? Oh, this is so awkward. Okay, Echoing Horn. So I need to hit 5 energy. Can I even do that? There's 4, there's 5. I still have to attach Mirage Gate, and then there's 4. I don't even think I have the ability to do so unless that is an energy right there. I mean, I can at least check. But this is my only win con right here. Nustball. Okay, so it's Escape Rope. I don't hate that. Let's see. I need to get rid of all of this energy. But I don't have a way to... Yeah, I think I just lose, sadly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have an energy prized. That's so unfortunate. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Switch card isn't even going to save me because my opponent can just take 2 prizes. Well, we'll just have some fun with it then. We'll go Halucha. And then we'll go Super Rod. I can't even Kyogre this turn. Or this game anymore. So, not the end of the world. It is what it is. There's no win con here though, because my opponent just takes the prizes here, so. Oh well. That's what happens when you run into the weirdest deck. Sometimes it just happens that way. Oh, it's all good though. But William, what was your very first deck? I think I've lost every coin flip tonight. Not too sure. Where can I find one of the top decks? I'm new to the TCG. So if you want to find what the top decks are, obviously there's a bunch of, oh, this is such an auto loss. This is like a 5% win rate. It's 95.5. Anyways, if you want to find out what the top decks are, the best way that you're going to, you know, have a good time doing that is going to um, Limitless TCG. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think and talk at the same time. Let me do this action really quick. Manaphy's going to be one of the best cards. I'm not going to need Mirage Gate super heavy. I have one in hand. That's fine. So Comfy, Dip, Comfy, Greninja. Rope, Comfy, Flower Selecting. I gotta be as aggro as possible, but Limitless TCG will have any and everything that you're going to need as far as what the top decks are. But when a new set comes out, if there's no tournament results for the new set yet, because it's usually not legal for 3 weeks, your best bet is going to be YouTubers and just kind of figuring everything out. So let's see, I'm at 3 shoes. I don't need another Comfy right now. Escape rope, perfect. That means I can escape rope. Going to Comfy, Flower Selecting. Battle VIP pass, that's kind of useless right now. I need to make sure I can counter the stadium. Concealed card, switch card, perfect. And switch card into Cram. The way I have to set this matchup up, because it's so horrendous, is by KOing 3 Vs. And the only way I can do that is... Oh, it's so awkward. It's alright. It's not the end of the world. Okay, there's Luminion. Luminion's going to be able to grab Irida. Irida's probably going to grab my opponent. Energy Search, and their best bet would be Energy Search and what's Octillery's pre-evolution? I'm going to Elite Cup tomorrow. I'm going to play Lost Tina. Any recommendations? Lost Tina is a good deck. It's definitely strong. But the one thing you got to keep in mind is just the factor of you need to be... Oh, William, so with 151 just coming out on Friday, you have to wait 3 weeks for new sets to be legal. So, that's not going to be legal just yet. Okay, so my opponent doing that actually is fantastic because it means I can go 11 into here. And they only have one Inteleon. Anyways, as far as Lost Tina goes, just be careful of your energy splits and how you go. Most people are playing less... Sorry, I gotta focus on this real quick. Most people are playing less water energy and are actually focusing on like what Lost Tina has to offer as a deck. So just be careful of how, you play your energy. You might want to go heavy on the aspects of just playing grass and psychic and not even worrying about Greninja. But at the same time, it helps versus Lost Box. So, like, Turbo Lost Box. So, I don't know. The only thing I would say is just, make sure that you think a few steps ahead. Just because with Lost Tina, there's a lot of variables that go into it. But at the end of the day, if you can't set up damage... sorry, hold on. I gotta think this out real quick. Okay, Pokestop. What am I at, 6? I need to try and get one more, and then I can Mirage Gate. I have 2 energy in here. I have no energy in here. I need to try and hit 90-90. But even then, 90-90 is not going to do anything for me. Oh, this matchup is so awkward, but I've literally played this deck for so long. That's such a bad thing to get rid of. Okay. If I can get to 10, I'll be okay. So I just need to make sure that next turn I can get both of these comfies, and then we can go from there. But at least I can KO with a Sableye here. Yeah, I have to go 110. Anyways, back to Lostina. Lostina's a fun deck. It definitely is strong. You just need to be, like, careful of what you lost zone in what particular matchups. And if you can't hit 310, like if you're playing against Mew or anything like that, try to set... Oh, my opponent bench locked me. That's not bad, but definitely not good. If you run into, Mew or anything, try to ping them with Sableye first before you use Star Requiem, just because it means that you can take knockouts on 2 Mews. So you can Star Requiem one and then Sableye ping 30 and then hit 280. If you're playing Choice Belt and stuff, then that's fantastic. You just got to hope for the back-to-backs. But at the end of the day, it's just really awkward, if anything. Just like this particular matchup is super awkward. I hate this matchup sometimes. When I play Urshi, I love running into Lost Box, especially Turbo Lost Box, but it's all good. Let's see. Water towers. All right. Yeah, just the best thing you can do is just be wary of what you discard, just because, you don't want to run out of things in the long run and put yourself in a risky situation. Wow. If I really wish I could set up a Kyogre right now, because that would just be 5 easy prizes. Yo, man, any tips for Miraidon, by the way? Looking to build it soon? I mean, Miraidon's pretty straightforward. I would recommend playing the Flying Pikachu versus the Zeraora. Zeraora is good, but it definitely oh, God. I have to lost zone energy. Nice. It definitely has its pros and cons. Zeraora is good against certain evolutions, but Pikachu having more HP and just being a free retreater, it means that you gain the ability to actually not be punished by something like Lost Box. Also, with Miraidon, know that your damage output is semi-limited. You have Miraidon, which can hit 230. Dude, what are these flower selectings? Hello? Alright. I guess that's what we're going with. Wow, that's so annoying. My opponent can just Cheryl too. Oh, I think that just lost me. I guess I attach retreat Cram. But even then, Cram's not going to do anything. I mean, Cram gets damage, though. Oh, I hate this matchup. So much. Okay. Oh, there's no nest ball targets. Nice. Probably should have checked that. So that means I have a Cram prized. Oh, that's so bad. But yeah, know that your damage output is limited, just because when it comes down to any and everything, your max damage output is 220 with Raikou, and your max damage output with Miraidon is 230. So you're going to be playing the 2-shot war a lot. But definitely things like Charm and stuff definitely help. But you just need to be weary of, how you're playing really your matchups. You hit, Chin Pao is a good matchup. You have access to Path to the Peak. Guardy's a good matchup in the sense that, they have to really sack a lot to be able to do anything. So. Okay, so my opponent has to double gunner into Yoga Loop, which definitely would suck. And I think I just lose at that point, but... Or if my opponent benches Alakazam, then I just straight up lose. Well, I don't straight up lose, but just be careful of your, your damage outputs and stuff. Alright, so Yoga Loop's coming. Is there anything that I can do next turn? I mean, what am I at? I'm at 8. I could try and set up a Sableye, I guess. Sableye would allow me to take 3 prizes here, and then I just hope to set up a... Thankfully, I have Super Rod and S-Ball for Manaphy. But yeah, Miraidon's really strong. It just is awkward because of its damage outputs. It really does well against, you know, certain things. Kyogre Lost Box, it definitely struggles against, but everything else it does relatively decent against because you have Judge, Iono, and Path, so definitely run Flying Pikachu, though. It's going to be your best free retreater. It has high HP, and it has the chance to paralyze if you need to, so... Okay, so my opponent goes to 3, then they go to 2, and then I just lose? Melanie. Okay, so my opponent can hit 120, 120. So I need to hit a Colress into a switching card and go from there. There's Double Gunner. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there's no Alakazam in play. I'll be fine. Pretty sure I just lose next turn, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. This matchup is like a 95 to 5%, so let's see how Zach's doing in his League Cup. Well, Zach made top 8 of his League Cup, which is good. Okay, so my opponent's going to KO a Comfey and a Greninja. I need to hit Switch Cart. And then I have to use Sableye. Even then, Sableye's so awkward. Oh, my opponent's about to get 2 prizes. It'll be at 1 anyways, so... Oh, this matchup is horrendous. How many stadium are they down? 1, 2, so they probably have access to the Rapids anyways, so... Oh, brother. That is not what I needed. I need something off this. That's doable. Need a Super Rod. Back in this, and this. I mean, my opponent can KO whatever they want if I KO this Urshi. Oh well. YOLO. I don't have Pokegear. And there's no way that I can set up anything. My opponent's at 1. If my opponent was at 2, it'd be a little bit easier, but it's all good. Oh, man. Alright, you know what? Let's play some Urshi Intel. Lost Box is hurting my brain. So we'll go Urshi Intel back into playing. And let's see if we can run into any Lost Boxes. I think, again, I haven't won any coin flips tonight. If you guys are wanting to, if you want to, you know, support the stream in any way, shape, or form, you guys aren't obligated to. But for those of you that, you know, are watching and are on the newer end, I just wanted to let you guys know that we do have a membership link in the description. And so am I playing against Arcdura? feel like I'm playing Arc Vulpix. This is great. And then we also do have a tip thing down below if any of you guys want to, donate anything. Again, you're not obligated to. It's just if you guys end up, deciding that you want to support the stream in some type of way, then you have the ability to do so. I just had a couple people asking about that on some videos, so I just thought I'd let you guys know. So Art Gudra. Okay, so not the best, not the worst. Thankfully we do open Battle VIP Pass. So go here, let's take a look at what's prized real quick. So we have an Inteleon prized. No VMAX prize, no Octillery's prized. We have a Karina in hand. Clara's here. We have no Irida's prized. Melanie's in her hand. I have a Research prized. Iona's in here with 3 Ultra Ball. Escape Rope, VIP, Nest Ball. I think I have 1 or 2 Nest Balls prized. 4 Sealstone Towers. 3, 5. So, okay, so I have a water prize too. So that's good to keep in mind. Let's see. My opponent wants to KO next turn. They do have to attach a double turbo, and then they only hit 180. And 40 damage on the Gudra is gonna kind of matter. So I think what I gotta do is we'll go 4 Seal Stone. 4 Seal Stone can grab us. See, how do I want to map this out? We'll grab the tower. We'll go tower. Ultra Ball. I'm not going to need Metacham in this matchup. And then we can get rid of... I don't really want to get rid of Melanie, but I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, we'll go Melanie. That can grab us the Urshi. And then we can attach, retreat, strafe into a Teleon. And then retreat next turn. So anybody that is in chat at the moment, what have been some of your favorite decks that you've ever played? My opponent had the clean hand. There's the Path to the Peak, which is going to be annoying. Trinity Nova. Rhyperior Mill. What's up, Kurt? Rhyperior Mill is fun. Especially when you get to, aggro it with Comic-Con. Alright, Towers, top deck, that's perfect. So Towers, Aggron Mill. Hey, you have fun with your decks, that's what's important. So I can hit 270. Do I get KO'd by anything? I don't think I do. And then Double Gunner. My opponent can max out at 210. But then I just Double Gunner. Go from there. And I have access next turn to Iono. That's fine. So 270, Durant Mill. Okay, now you're just naming all the mill decks. What about Houndoom Mill? Why doesn't that get some love? All right. It was there. Okay, that's fair. Oh, man. Okay, Trinity Nova 180. Alright, so there's one way in which this can work out for me. And there's the water. Okay, I need to Iono. Did I share the Uber Spice from Comic-Con? No, you didn't. You and I haven't talked in a while. We've been kind of MIA. Okay. So I have Octillery. I have Urshi. That kills me, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, so I could go Urshi, promote, grab the double energy, and then next turn, Irida. I don't hate that. Okay, I need to Ultra Ball first before I make any decisions. Grab Intel, go Inteleon. Rapid Strike Search. Grab the double. Single best deck I've ever made. And by that I mean strongest. Alright, what is it? What'd you do? I need to hold this. Unlimited shenanigans? Are you gonna send me a picture of it on Discord? I feel like it's something with Tyranitar, but I'm not too sure. Oh, there's Iono. Okay, there's no boss at least, which is fine. So I need to double gunner, Alakazam, 20 to Bidoof, and hit escape rope. That is a lot to ask for. Okay, never mind, there's no double gunners happening. Okay, rolling iron. There's Luminion, but I'm under path lock, but I can't. Let's see. God, why do I play against the weirdest matchups? Rapid Strike Search. Grab the counter stadium. Go here. Go here. I just need some water energy. That's all I need. Yeah, I have to research. Hold on, mouse. Alright, well, that's kind of awkward. I mean, my opponent's going to take 3 prizes regardless. They take minus 80, so I'm doing 60, which is 90. Well, I can at least get the double gunners off right now. So, double gunner. I mean, do I just sack off the Luminion and hit no damage? Oh, Pokemon's a complicated game. Alright, I'm gonna have to just do it like this. So that's 60, so they're at 90. He's so big now. Ooh, wait. Is Metacham... Where's Metacham? Oh, my Metacham's gone. Is my Clara gone? Yep, my Clara's gone too. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Okay, so... I have to Irida for escape rope. I can't do that either. I mean, escape rope would reset, but then I just give my opponent 2 prizes, so. I mean, I have to escape rope regardless. Yeah, that's my best bet. So escape rope, and I guess Remoraid. And then Rapid Strike Search. Double Gunner. I think I have to sack off Artillery. Or do I sack off the 2 prizes here, the next turn Iono to 1? And then escape rope? I mean, I don't hate that either. Plus, it gives me the chance. Okay. That's how I gotta do it. I gotta feed my opponent. Iono, hope they don't have boss. Which they probably do. Crystal Cave. There's boss. Why would you BM me like that? Hello? Wow. Alright, back to Turbo Lost Box I go. Oh, man. But, Kurt, I finally got the first part of monetization and stuff. I told you wrong when I was talking about it. So when you hit 500 subs, if you have 3,000 watch time hours, you can unlock memberships. So I got memberships, and then if you want to, if you're ever curious, there's a link in the description to memberships in case you ever want to sign up. And then there's also a tip thing that I was able to set up and do everything. So, oh, I get the most awkward starts. Well, I'm glad I started Manaphy against this, so. Ow. I need to Sableye ping as fast as possible. And starting Manaphy does not do this for me. Let's see, so Colress, Nest Ball for Comfy. My opponent has Palkia too. I think my best bet's to just cram. Yeah, my best bet's gonna have to be to go cram twice into Chin Pao and then go from there. Alright, let's see what I can do. Okay, there's the cram. That's the first step to the problem. I'll check it after this game, Kurt. So Colress. Wow, that's way too many energy. I guess Mirage Gate, because I need Mirage Gate for later. Attach, retreat. Thankfully, my opponent only has 1 Frigibax down, but the Palkia is scary. Okay, so Vip. Okay, so there's a way that I can possibly be okay. I need to grab Comfy Greninja. Off Greninja, I need to get 2 ways to switch. And then I'll be okay. So, concealed cards. That is not 2 ways to switch. I mean, I'm at 3. Okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not the greatest. There's the candy backs. There's Palkia, which is annoying. Shivery Chill. Concealed cards. Alright, while my opponent's playing Solitaire, let's check this out. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chief. What does the Flapple and everything do? And the Lopunny? What's the point of the deck? I like it though. It definitely is literally solitaire. Yeah, my opponent's literally solitary. Okay. It wins going first. You're gonna have to explain to me the combo because I have no clue what any of those cards do. Okay, that helps. So flower selecting. Dude, I just am not allowed to have fun with this game, I guess. Yay, there's no waters in here. That's nice. Switch cards, Super Rod. I have a Pokestop in hand. Halucha's not gonna do very much. I guess a Suian Heavy Ball. Use a Suian Heavy Ball. So there's a Sableye. And a Comfy. Alright, well, I gotta start feeling the Lost Zone more, so. Comfy, switch cards. Flower selecting. I have to grab Sableye. Sableye's gonna help be more of a win con later. And then concealed cards. I should have checked if there was energy in there. That would have been smart. That's fine. Alright. So then attach retreat, cram, and then just blow everything up, I think. I think that's how I have to do it. 'Cause I have access to horn too. Alright. How many energy are in here? I'm gonna Pokestop because I need to find another way to get a cram. And I need to thin. Yes, that's what I want. So spit innocently. Let me switch out to my one. Okay, I've only used one switch card. Set up Porygon for infinite attaching special energies. Lopunny plus BTS. Plus draw energy search. Draw your whole deck. Flaffle let you ping 2 and shuffle it back into your deck. Rinse repeat. Ah, that is degenerate. What the heck? This is why unlimited is not a thing. That would be toxic if it... Jesus. That's wild. I do not... Wow. Oh. Yeah, looking at it more, that's wild. Okay, so if I take the knockout here, my opponent goes there. It doesn't look like my opponent plays cross switchers. Okay, I have to sack a cram now. I have to hit Sableye next turn. Interesting. What's up, buddy? Okay, I have an idea. I go 11-1, and then that's 3 prizes, and then... Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I go here. Flower selecting. Grab the water. Greninja. Get rid of the water. Double rope. That's fine. So then I'm at 8. Then this is 10. Are there single strike decks still viable? You can play single strike with Lugia. Lugia's package is super like great into like Tyranitar and stuff, so you can actually use the single strike energies, attach them with Archeops and stuff in order to hit big damage. Otherwise, single strike isn't as good as it was. There used to be a lot of single strike stuff. Like, you can play Urshi Houndoom if you want, but it's not going to get you too far. And then there are some other things that are still good, but definitely are a little more awkward than anything. Okay, so Sableye, I have 2 water in here. 7, 8, 9. So I have an energy prize unless it's in my deck. Okay, so I need to Sableye into a 2 prizer and a 1 prizer. So 20, and then 10. So I go 3 prizes into 3. And if my opponent benches like another Chien-Pao or something, then I'm pretty set to set up anything else I may need. There's a Pokestop. Getting rid of a Chien-Pao. Okay, and better yet, if my opponent doesn't KO, I can Super Rod back in the Sableye and an energy. Or I should have a Sableye in the deck, actually. So, that'll be alright. I just need to make sure that my opponent can't attack with Greninja. Like, at all. Okay, there's a Superior. There's Shivery Chill. I have a feeling my opponent doesn't play Cross Switcher or Canceling Clone, so I should be okay. Yeah, there's the Chien-Pao. So if my opponent just Hailblades this, then I have to go the Sableye route, but if my opponent switches into Palkia, then I'm good. There's 1, 2. Oh, Iono is such an annoying card. Okay, well, I got a lot of draw off of it, actually, so it's not too bad. There's the Sableye gone. Okay, so I have Comfy, I have Switch Cart. I have everything else that I could need. And my opponent can't. Okay, so I have to get Sableye this turn. There's the Energy Recycler. We'll go Flower Selecting. Get the Super Rod back. Trekking Shoes. I'll grab the Switch Cart because it lets me use another Comfy. I'll use the Comfy. Grabs me Colress, exactly what I needed. Then we can go Colress. Colress can grab... Wow, that's so awkward. I think that's what I have to go for. And then I have to Nest Ball the Sableye. I'll Shoes one more time. No. There's another Escape Rope. There's no Sableyes in here. Oh, this map is so awkward. Oh. I could Pokestop. just for safe math, though, throw these in. And then we can go Nest Ball. Okay. So I have Echoing Horn, Mirage Gate, 2 Super Rod, and some energy. So I'll be okay to do what I need to do next turn. That means I can Mirage Gate, grab the Psychic and the Water. There's 4 energy in here. That's 5, 6, 7. So I need 8 energy total. So I need to rip an energy off of here, is what you're telling me? Man, I'm always 1 energy short, I feel like. So we'll go here, here. I think with that, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So then retreat, goes Sableye. Use Pokestop now, just so that way I have a couple more cards to look at. Let's see. There's Chimpow and there's Manaphy. I think I'm going to be a couple energy short. There's 5, 6. That's 7. So I have to hit the energy off of this Lost Mine. Either that or... Let's see. 150. 90. Yeah, no. I have to... My best bet is getting the energy off of here. Okay, that does not help me. Let's see. My opponent takes a knockout here. I need my opponent to get rid of something like Luminion. Oh, Lost Box is annoying. Is this still playable in this meta? It's playable. I'm not sure how playable, but it definitely is something that, you know, is decent. It's not the best deck, it's not the worst. I mean, it hits hard, but it's just kind of, there's no real good like engine for it, if that makes sense. Okay, getting the 4 energy back. Yeah, it could be a decent tech option, that's for sure. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 8. I have 2 energies prized. It's so rough. Yeah, because the most I'd be able to do is 180. Okay, actually... Wait, what am I saying? I can still win this. I just hit this Jimbao for 110. And then hope my opponent doesn't take 2 prizes. And then I knock out the Chimpao and knock out a Bax. Oh, I don't have access to Hulucha, do I? Okay. I can actually set this up how I need to. I just have to waste a couple cards to do it. Okay. I need to Pokestop right now. Getting rid of Mirage Gate. That's fine. That's actually what I needed. And then I need to Super Rod. Put back in Sableye. Psychic Water. And then I need to Greninja. Oh, I should have only put back the... Oh, that's so awkward. Okay. Concealed cards. Of course. And I don't get what I need off of that. Oh, that was a misplay. I should have only put the one back. Oh, I think I lose now. I don't think there's anything that I can do. I mean, I could go 90-90 and then possibly go into Kyogre. But I don't have enough Mirage Gates or anything. Well, sometimes... Wait, just kidding. I'm fine. Comfy flower selecting. Saves the day. And then we go Sableye, Energy. Escape Rope. So Palkia. And then this needs 70. Okay, so if I can only hit 150 max, I need to go Lost Mine. 40, 70, so that's at 150. That's at 150. That's at 150. And then just so my opponent doesn't risk going into this Shinpao. Oh, my opponent passes. Oh, I forgot to shuffle the energy back in. Oops. I was so caught I was so caught up on making sure that I did everything right. I forgot to shuffle all my energy back in. That's embarrassing. Wow. Yeah, don't do that. That's wild. It's okay. That's what happens when you're so locked into playing Lost Box. Oh, man. All right, I'm at an hour and a half. Probably going to go for about a half hour longer since it's the first stream. And then we'll probably stream every Saturday or Sunday. It just depends on what is going on for the tournament's sake. Flipping tails. No, I don't want to go first. Well, I should have gone first. It's okay. And I start Halucha of all things. Wow, some of these hands are just abysmal, but it's not the end of the world. My opponent starts Spiritomb. Am I playing against Urshi? If I am, I'm just going to concede now. Let's find out. Oh, there's an Arceus. Okay. Am I just playing against Arctura? Arctita, okay. Alright. I need something off of this Pokestop. Oh, that was a good game while it lasted. Yo man, I got an idea for you. If there were any special Pokemon TCG events you could stream or commentate, would help us. Yo man, an idea for you. If there were any special Pokemon TCG events you could stream and commentate, would help us new players get a lot of in terms of analysis. Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, I can definitely do that. You know what? I have an idea. Let's go to the most recent Twitch stream for Pokemon. We don't stream on here anymore. Don't worry about that. Go Pokemon TCG. Not Pokemon Trading Card Game online. Okay, I gotta go type it as one word. There it is. I don't need to get copyrighted. Let's see. So a week ago we had, what was this, Barcelona? All right, we got Barcelona. Let's see where the finals match is. Ooh, this is a fun one to actually commentate. So, we'll go 1080p. And we're going to go into the very first game. All right, so we have
very interesting.
Urshi Intel versus Gardevoir. And normally, how you would look at this matchup before we get right into it, when it comes down to Urshifu and Guardy, Guardy has a playstyle where it's kind of, it's not slow, but it's more turn-based, based on like how you want to set up your board. So most of the time you want to go Curlias, then the Gardevoirs. That way you have more of your draw engine, so you can draw through your deck, so you can discard more energies, accelerate and stuff. But when you're playing against Urshi, sometimes you have to be as consistent as possible with getting out your stage 2s and stuff. Simply put, because with Urshi relies on you having, low HP Pokemon and stuff. And so the best way that you can approach the Urshi matchup with Gardevoir is by using things like Cresselia in order to take damage off of the board and then go about, KOing Octilleries. But then you also, as the, Guardy player, you kind of get punished because then you have quote unquote useless pieces. So it's definitely something to keep in mind while we watch this. It's important that as the Guardy player that you're very consistent at making sure that you can get as many, prizes not on the board for your opponent to take, because as an Urshi player, the best thing you want is for low HP Pokemon on the board and then go into double gunners into Rapid Strike Urshifu, or double gunners into Yoga Loop into Rapid Strike Urshifu, getting rid of Manaphy and stuff. So your best bet is to recycle Manaphy, get it down as much as you can, save artisans, use level balls instead of for Curlias, use them for your Manaphy when you're bringing them back. So, but this is just one, match we'll go over, and then next weekend I have a cup on Saturday, but on Sunday we can stream for a little bit, and I think there is a regionals next weekend. I'm not too sure though. So we have Francisco Toronzo versus, I don't think I caught the first guy's name, but Urshi Intel, it's a fun deck to pilot, but it's very strategic based. With Guardy, you have a lot of momentum with being able to draw, but it's kind of rough. So the prizes, you have Inteleon Octillery, not bad. Forest Seal Stone, Iona Water. Normally, Urshi only plays 6, so with only having access to 5, that's a little bit awkward. Guardy has the Arcana. All right, have fun, Kurt. You have a good night, my friend. When it comes down to the Arcana Guardies, those are going to be your best friends because you can, reversal, and you can reversal and then go into a Zacian to take your 6 prizes. So the fact that an Arcana's prize definitely makes things awkward, and the fact that it's the top, it means that usually with the prizes up here on stream, they're going to catch last. So the prizes are definitely worse on the Guardy player side. So with Michael choosing to start Zacian here, it's actually super huge. He didn't have anything else to start, but Zacian is probably one of the best starters that he could ask for. Simply put, because with Zacian, the fact that you can attach a Psychic and then you can go into Roar the Sword, and then actually attach the next turn, it means that you have a guaranteed 150 damage, which can stack up, especially versus something like Inteleon. Now, they do play Cheryl, but it forces an early Cheryl out, but it keeps the momentum and the pressure, and it's not just a 60 HP mon that, is in play. So, Gonna check the prizes most likely, and then after the fact, his best bet's to grab off of here. He has no way to retreat, so a Ralts is gonna be the best thing that Michael can grab. And the reason why you go for Ralts here is because with having the one turn where there's no evolutions. How does Gardevoir EX deal damage, by the way? So there's multiple ways where Guard EX can deal damage. So Gardevoir EX has the ability where okay. So the main attacker within Gardevoir is actually Zacian, and then you also have the Shining Arcana Gardevoir here. Let me pull that up. Shining Arcana Gardevoir. So I'll just showcase the Gardevoir because this and Zacian have the same attacks. So Gardevoir does 60 plus 30 for each psychic energy attached to it. So the whole point of Gardevoir is basically just thinning your deck as much as possible with Curlia. Curlia, you discard a card from your hand, draw 2. So you discard psychic energies, and then you power up Shining Arcana with you power up the Gardevoir with Shining Arcana or with Gardevoir EX. So if you have to attach from hand and accelerate 6 energies, you're doing 270 damage with this Gardevoir that's also a draw. And then you also have the Zacian, which is right here, that does the same exact thing, except you can attach a lot more energy to it, so it's going to be a big bomb when it comes to decks that are, high HPs, not weak to Psychic, like when you get these VMAXs out. I'm actually super familiar with this matchup. But then the other ways that you have to actually deal damage is with cards like Cresselia, if I can spell it right. So Cresselia has an attack, Moonglow Reverse. You move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So basically, if you need to set up a KO with a Shining Arcana Gardevoir, since it only has 140 HP, you can't accelerate more than 6 energy to it, because Gardevoir EX says that, you can't KO the Pokemon it's attaching energy to. So the most you can deal to yourself is 120, which is 6 energy. So Moonglow Reverse means that you can attach some energy and then actually take the damage off. So that way it's basically a free energy. And that comes in handy when you're trying to get, 8 or 9 energy. But then with reversal energy as well, it means that you gain the ability to actually put yourself behind on prizes by just kind of sacking a couple of one prizers. And reversal is huge because it's 3 energy. So that means that you're giving yourself 90 extra damage off of one. So if you attach reversal and accelerate 6, you have 9 energy on a Shining Arcana, which means that you're hitting 270 plus 60, 330. So the best way to go into a matchup like this with Guardy versus Urshi is to, be behind on prizes because you're going to be, but try and hit a reversal plus 6 energy to take a big, prize knockout, and then go for a Zacian with 9 energy to knock out. You need 9 psychics for Zacian though, because you can't reversal Zacian, because reversal energy is only for non-rule box Pokemon and evolution Pokemon. So, but yeah, the main attacker is going to be, just the big hitters that can deal massive amounts of damage. But the reason why you want to make sure that you can hit as hard as you can on the right turns is because with Urshi, they can punish you for putting lightweight Pokemon on board. So I'm gonna let this play out real quick. I'm getting a phone call, so I'm gonna mute real quick and then we'll get into it.
Been playing since the beginning of the Sun and Moon era. Second day 2 finish so far. So clearly very excited to kind of show everyone he is in fact a phenomenal player. And, coming in with his finals appearance, it's another great opportunity for us to find out about a player we didn't really know about before.
Well, here's a storyline on the back of that interview, Ross. They see Michael Hunter shouting out Ian Robb as a friend and a coach almost, as it were. And Ian Robb did lose to Rapid Strike Urshifu in the finals of NAIC. So can Michael Michael avenge Ian Robb and take down the Rapid Strike box deck in this finals here. He's going to do everything he can, and Francisco's going to try his hardest to make sure that doesn't happen. Looking at Francisco, does open up the turn there with a Hisuian heavy ball and an Artisan to have a look through his deck, try and work out, I was going to say work out what's been prized, but he's played the heavy ball, so doesn't need to do that. Just grab a Pokemon without a rule box and put it on your bench.
Yeah, goes to that Remoraid, of course, the Octillery with Rapid Strike Search lets you get a Rapid Strike card of any description, be it energy, supporter, Pokemon, once during your turn, which is a huge advantage, making sure you can get everything you need to get this deck rolling, because most of the deck is Rapid Strike in some way. Now, we do see, I believe that's a Forest Seal Stone coming down onto the Inteleon here, so you can use that to get a card turn 1 to set up, or you can save it for later and cherry pick the perfect card. And it has to be a Forest Seal Stone. It's the only stone they play.
Yeah, fantastic card. They're giving this this otherwise V-Starless deck a V-Star ability, and that Star Alchemy. We do see a Battle VIP pass found there off that Professor's research. We also do see a Spirit Tomb as well, which could actually be used to shut down that Roar of the Sword ability, but not terribly impactful in this matchup.
It does look
goodness,
like...
hold on.
We've got a couple of Battle VIP pass that we are eyeing up here. So, yeah, we're going to be seeing some basic Pokemon. They've hit the discard. But yeah, we're going to be getting some basic Pokemon out here, it looks like. We're eyeing up the Urshifu. That's always a handy one. It's an interesting one, though, because it's got a great pair of attacks.
Yes.
But it's weak to Psychic, which is Michael's entire deck.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you can't use Urshifu. It just means you have to be extremely careful when you use Urshifu. You see Radiant Alakazam coming down there as well, which can, manipulate those damage counters. And there is a possibility here that on Michael's next turn, we see Medicham just filling out the bench. There is a possibility that on Michael's next turn, he goes, Energy Boss. Hi, Urshifu. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, that would be kind of devastating, actually. And looking at Michael's deck list, doesn't play Luminio, so it might be quite hard to find his one of his 2 copies of Boss's orders, but it's definitely a possibility here as Francisco.
All right, really quick. What I wanted to say as far as this board state is that the reason why Francisco went for the board state that he did is because with 2 Inteleon, if he's able to get the VMAXs next turn, he can safely ping 40 onto something like, let's say, a Curlia, and then he can move 20 to another one to go 60, and then go Yoga Loop to take another turn. Or if Michael decides to bench something like Manaphy, then it opens up the possibility to where Francisco can do the same exact thing except to Manaphy. And then, as we see, he has the Melanie in hand. So Francisco can actually go Melanie into Search and Energy out and actually go 120, 120. And the biggest thing about playing the Urshi matchup into Guardy is even if you don't take knockouts, putting damage on the board is like super, super dominant and aggressive. Simply put, because with Guardy, they rely so much on setting up with energy from the discard. They have no way to actually accelerate from the hand. So being able to pivot damage, even if, Francisco only gets 1 Inteleon out next turn, being able to move the damage around so that way Guardy can't accelerate to the Pokemon or put as many energies, it means that Francisco won't have to worry so much about the reversal into 6 energy or 9 energy straight on the Zacian. But again, Michael having access to the Zacian right now means that Michael can freely search energy out if needed. So it's still a bit awkward, but it's definitely more in Francisco's favor, especially with this board state. The only issue is that there's a lot of cards next turn that Francisco will have to see. He'll have to find a counter stadium if there isn't one. He'll have to find 2 Inteleon VMAXs, 2 energy or 1 energy and a energy retrieval. And then providing that he gets the artillery out, then he can find the rapid energy. But I just wanted to explain that board state real quick and why he battle VIP passed for those and didn't get something like a 3rd Inteleon. Technically speaking, Francisco could have gotten a 3rd Inteleon, but it's extra cards needed in order to put the damage on the board rather than just having the one of that you can search out that can move 20 damage. So either way, it works out beautifully, and then we should see something like a Medicham next turn. So again, if he high rolls it, but Michael is going to be under a lot of pressure in the coming turns, and even if Michael can't, or Francisco can't get the whole Yoga Loop turn going, putting 140 onto the Zacian means that the Zacian only has 80 left, which means that Guardy can only accelerate 3 energy, and Michael's not going to be in a board state position where 3 energy is going to get him very far. Can maybe ping onto the Inteleon and then try and clean up with Cresselia. But right now, if you ever ran into this board, know that your opponent is most likely trying to turn 2 Yoga Loop you, if not turn 3, and then go into a rapid flow. So I'm still on the phone, but I just wanted to explain that quick board state, just so that way you guys could see. So Medicham V for 2 energy, you don't really use it for its second attack. Its second attack for 2 colorless and a fighting, I think it is. It does 130 or 120. So that's okay, but its first attack for 2 colorless energy, it does Yoga Loop. You can place 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then if the Yoga Loop and placing 2 damage counters takes a KO on a Pokemon, you get to take another turn. So that means that you take the knockout, and then your opponent basically has a turn, but they just say pass, and you get to attach an energy, draw a supporter, or play a supporter, draw for turn, evolve Pokemon you just put into play. So Medicham's really strong. It gives you another turn. The only thing though with Medicham is you can't use Yoga Loop back to back. You have to use it every other turn. So, but it's super strong, especially in something like this, as Medicham makes it to where if Michael does get Yoga Looped, that's a turn that Michael can't evolve, and Francisco can keep progressing his board state and play basically another supporter and setup, which is why I talked about the Melanie plays, because most of the time what people do is after they Yoga Loop, they'll attach a rapid energy and then Melanie, and then go for the rapid strike flow. So it's a super dominant thing when it gets pulled off. The only thing with Urshiantel is sometimes it's clunky, so you can have awkward hands. But I'm going to let this keep playing, and then if there's another board state to talk about, I'll get to that.
Weak Psychic, Medicham, and Urshifu V. And there is a pass over to Michael. Let's see what Michael can cook up here. Does or has a Manaphy and an Iona. So as it stands now, no way of getting that boss's orders, at least this turn, Ross.
No, unfortunately not. If there was some Curlier, we could evolve, get some refinement rolling, etc. Does not look like it, no. And now as the Iono comes down, that will guarantee no boss's orders. We are 1 supporter per turn, unless you've got some shenanigans on a particular Pokemon with a particular ability. So a new hand of 6 for Michael here. And honestly, we're looking for the usual stuff. We want some Curlier, that would be nice. We've got at least an Ultra Ball. Wouldn't mind another Routes, maybe. Just keep setting up that. Oh, we actually got a Curlier straight in the hand.
Yeah, we've got the Mirage deck one as well. And I actually think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the next card would have been the boss's orders for Michael there, as the top card he drew off that Iono was the boss. Was one turn away from that madness. But here we do see a Curlier coming down with that refinement, discarding that boss's orders, funnily enough, to draw 2 cards. Let's see what we get here. Battle VIP pass, turn 2 late there, and what is that over?
All right, William, sounds good, my man. I'm going to keep in mind this timestamp, and then maybe tomorrow, if I have some free time, we'll actually finish from here. But considering it's been about 2 hours and I have a lot of people calling me now, I think it's best that I cut stream here. So, real quick, I want to thank you for everything. If you guys, enjoyed the stream, let me know in the comment section down below. William, I'm really glad to help with your explanations and, help you learn to progress better in the game. Anytime you want to ask questions, just comment on a video and I'll always do my best. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for staying with me for 2 hours, watching me, make some misplays, watching me have some fun. So, again, I'll catch you guys in another stream soon. But if not, I will catch you guys in Monday's video. Later.